everybody. Bob Gamere along with Fran Onorato from the Woburn Bowlerdrome, and this is the week we've been waiting for. The top Candlepin bowlers in the Candlepin world will be here. We've got Gary Carrington, who was the winner last week and the number 4 seed. He'll be taking on at least the number 3 seed, Joe Donovan, and then the winner goes on to number 2 and then number 1. Who are the top 3?
Okay, we have naturally Joe Donovan coming in. Then we have Tom Morgan and Tim Lipke coming in, who's been really been hot. He's been our top seed 2 out of the last 3 tournaments. But Joe Donovan bowled a 183 in the qualifying round. He's the most excited I've seen him in 20 years. Let's see what happens today.
He never gets excited.
Well, he churns inside, but he's not outwardly, but he did that time.
All right, Joe Donovan and Gary Carrington coming right up on the Pro Bowlers Candlepin Tour. We're ready to go. Gary Carrington against Joe Donovan in our first match of the day. Gary Carrington, 2-time Bowler of the Year here on the Pro Bowlers Candlepin Tour.
Looking for his third.
That's right. Last week he was able to win an exciting match from Al Johnson, who had won 5 straight. So he starts off with half of them.
Well, there's that wood. That wood is playable in there. It's not beyond the 2-foot line.
Whoops.
Oh, boy. That is highly unusual. Well, Gary would be shooting that hip, and he'll try to get 9 out of this if he can.
So Gary settles for 8 in box number 1 against Joe Donovan.
I've never seen Gary do that in the last 2.5 years that I've been watching him real close. Rest assured, Gary Carrington will put it all together. He's too close now to the championship to let that bother him. And he did this last week, Bob. The same shot. He has a 4-7 on the left, a 6-10 in the corner, and a 5-pin in the middle. I think he was trying to split these 2 woods here. Boy, he tried that too. That shot was makeable. So you can see that Gary has a positive outlook on his bowling. That's why he's bowling so well.
8 and 8 is 16.
What a contrast in styles here, Bob. We're going to see Joe Donovan turning that ball back from left to right. And we have Gary, who throws a good, strong ball down the middle. Something to watch. And everyone can learn from every one of these bowling styles, how they play the shots, how they make their adjustments. And you can see Gary placing his body in the proper position to roll the ball.
Well, he got the spread eagle there. Cleans out the left side.
3-6-10 on the right, left.
And gets 9. So 25 for the first 3 boxes for Gary Carrington, and it brings us to the veteran, Joe Donovan from Arlington. Joe works for Bay State Remodeling.
And when he bowled that 183, Bob, he was like a little kid on the lanes. I've never seen Joe so outwardly so excited. He was really blowing the pins out of it. 183. Now he has the 1-2, 7-10, splitting to 1-2. Joe doesn't look like he's really putting much effort into the ball, and he is not. But he has great accuracy, great turn on the ball.
Wow, good try there by Joe. And he picks up a 9 to start it off. Winner of this match will take on Tom Morgan, and then the championship match against the number 1 seed, Tim Lipke. Don't forget, we'll have the throw for the $500 strike at the end of the show.
That ball was right in there, and that pin just walked right amongst those 4 pins in the corner. He has the 4-7-9, 4-7-5, 4-7. He played the 4-7 in the corner. Want to have something happen off the wall. Like I said, Bob, I've never seen Joe Donovan so excited as he was bowling at 183. Put a lot of effort, a lot of body English into every shot he rolled that day. It was just something to watch.
Well, believe it or not, Joe's had a 208 in his life.
He can do it all.
7 stands along with the 6 and 10 on the right side.
Now he has 2 options here. He can be playing that wood that's over by the 7 pin, or he can play the 6-10 and hope that that wood will go around and take the 7.
Going for the wood. Well, Joe's going to have the lead.
Yeah, well, we have two outstanding bowlers here, and it's unbelievable. 6 boxes, no mark.
And Joe's got the lead, 29 to 25, as we go back to Gary Carrington. See what Gary can do. Gary from Plaistow, New Hampshire.
No doubt that Gary was sitting there analyzing his game over in his own mind to make the proper correction here. Seems to have done just that.
Well, what do you do? Hit the red line?
Oh, he'll drive this red line and he'll take those 3 pins right out of there. That good strong ball will carry them all right out of there.
There they go. Gary Carrington with a spare.
When you watch Gary bowl, you almost expect automatically that those pins are just going to fly and he's going to make every shot. Gary is one of the world team champions, retained the world title up in Bangor, Maine this year. He'll be there January 31st at Pilgrim Lanes for the benefit of multiple sclerosis.
He was a little afraid of the spread eagle again that time, but he got fortunate.
Well, you can see the big turn he put on that ball from right to left, which broke up all that shot from.
Does he have the spare? You bet he does. 2 spares in a row for Gary Carrington as the heat starts to go on Joe.
Well, Gary will be one of the bowlers be giving that free advice at Pilgrim Lanes January 31st on a Saturday at 5 o'clock. Go up and talk to him. Ask him for his advice and what you can do to improve your game.
All right, he's looking for his 3rd spare in a row.
Oh,
well,
boy.
left to 3.
He was right on target, a little bit heavy.
$69 through 6 for Gary Carrington. Make that 70. 70 is correct.
Bad break for Joe here. 2, 4, 5, 7, 10. I think Joe will be playing the 2-4. He'll try to slap that 2 over there, take the 10 pin. Oh, boy. Believe it or not, talking to Joe, he has 2 or 3 different variety of types of balls that he rolls on any given day to make the adjustment to carry the pins for him. Look at that
Great
shot.
10. Great 10. Well, Joe's had 3 10s in a row. He doesn't leave too many pins on the lane, does he?
He certainly does not. And you could notice him in between boxes while I was setting up, checking the position of his body and his feet to make sure he's in a proper position to release that ball. And he has a 2-4-6 now. You want to split the 2-4 and have that 2 pin go over and take the 6. The beauty of that, the way Joe's ball is working, he's breaking to the right. He went outside, and there's always the possibility of coming up the wall and coming across to take that pin.
Another nice 10. 4 in a row for Joe Donovan.
Well, 10s aren't going to be enough to win against Mr. Gary Carrington. Joe was going to have to mark right here. He's 12 pins down. He needs a mark right here. Get him going for the last 4 boxes. Oh,
There's a mark. How's that one?
There's Joe's Powerball that he calls it.
All right, we're through 6 boxes. This is going to be a thriller. Gary Carrington and Joe Donovan will be back with the last 4 big ones as we watch the replay in a moment. Ready to go in box number 7. Gary Carrington has 70 through 6. Joe Donovan's got 59, but he's working on a strike.
If Gary does not mark now, he could tighten this match right up. He'll be looking to put Joe away right here. He knows he's working on a strike.
And the winner takes on Tom Morgan.
Look at the power of that ball.
Oh, got
Did
a
he
big
want?
break.
Look at the push off of the wall he got.
Wow, that could have been a slow motion strike.
Boy,
Can you
that
believe that?
Must be gum on the bottom of that 9 pin. Boy, did that lean over.
There it is. Spare for Gary Carrington. That's his 3rd spare of the match.
He's without a doubt, Bob, in the past 3 years, one of the toughest bowlers around. Really on his game. he has a 3-6 with the 4-7-8 in the corner. Keen on his 3-pin now, trying to drive it somewhere. Oh, boy. See the power of that ball work for him. Just blasted right over to the left, but did not carry the 4-pin for him.
95 for Gary Carrington with 2 boxes to go.
Well, he knows he wants at least one more mark in each of these 2 boxes to the left to put a lot of pressure on Joe Donovan. And fortunately for Joe that he's working on a strike, so he can make a mistake and still come back with another ball. And his Gary left with the 1, 2, 4, 8 with the 6-10 in the corner. He could play either inside the head pin, outside. He went inside. Oh, he just has them pins working all over the deck for him. Uh-oh.
Right through the middle.
Highly unusual for Gary.
All right, he's got 103 with a box to go.
He doesn't want to take Joe Donovan too lightly here now.
He really needs a mark.
Well, to make him breathe easy when he's sitting down, yes. Now here he's a very difficult shot. The 1-7-8. Very difficult shot. He's going to have to blast that head pin over there to try to take out the 7-8 from him. He might utilize some of this wood too. Oh, well, he's left the door open for Joe Donovan. And Gary Carrington is not very happy.
And that'll do it. He winds up with a 112. Now, Joe is working on a strike, so this is an extremely important ball here. If he gets a strike here, he could just about have it.
Well, he needs another spare along the line, but he needs a big fill here to keep him right in this game. Well, that's the beauty of the double ball here. Now, he's another bonus ball, but he has...
He's got to hit the head pin.
Depending on where this wood lays, now he's either going to drive that on the head pin with the wood or go outside.
Perfect.
Shot.
So he can win it without mark.
Right, with a big fill here, he can just 10 out and win this game. This ball is still very important for him. He doesn't want to punch out. He wants to avoid the punch out. Oh, and did he ever?
Kingpin stands. This is where you score when you put those marks together.
Well, he has a spare leave, too, which is most important, right down the middle. And Mr. Gary Carrington will see you later. Now, you notice the turn that Joe Donovan turned. That ball is just working from left to right. Notice how he holds the ball, grips it, turns it back. Not recommended for everyone, but it works fine for Joe. Okay, he has the 1-3-6-10 with the 7 and the 9 in there. He'd be splitting the 1-3 here. Oh, count is very, very important here. Will Joe play the head pin or will he play the 3 pins in the corner? He played the 3 pins in the corner.
All right, so he needs 2 pins for a tie and 3 pins for a win. And then Joe will go up against Tom Morgan in our next match. Nice and smooth. Bang.
Lackadaisical, look at this.
Finishes with a strike. Why not?
That's a good example, Bob. You really don't need the speed, but the accuracy to win this game.
Well, in the last 5 boxes, he's come up with 2 strikes, 2 spares. Just when he needed it.
And Joe Donovan averaged over 132 to get to this point.
He's on his game, no doubt about it.
Number 3 seed. And plus with the 183, so he's bowling real well.
Joe's the winner with a 128. We'll be back as Joe takes on Tom Morgan, our number 2 seed, when the Pro Bowlers Candlepin Tour continues. Ready to go now as Joe Donovan takes on Tom Morgan. Joe from Arlington just victorious over Gary Carrington. Tom Morgan stands between him and a championship match with Tim Lipke. Joe finished big time his last one with 2 strikes, 2 spares in the last 5 boxes.
Well, Joe threw the first ball right in there. But left the picket fence, as you can see, and he has the 5-8-9 left. And I think Tom did the wise thing, moving Joe over to the right lane. It looked like Joe was pretty well keyed in on lane 2.
So he starts it off with an 8.
Now you can see Joe Donovan experimented on that first box just to see how his ball was going to work in that particular lane. And now I think you'll see Joe let it all hang out here. His ball really breaking from left to right.
There's a good one.
Yeah.
And another strike for Joe Donovan. He's thrown 3 strikes in the last 7 boxes.
Joe likes to call that his power ball. See if we can do that again. How nonchalant he looks.
Little right.
But see, the turn on the ball gives him that break body. He has the 1-2-8 here. Now he has to make up the difference with the boards in there because his ball is breaking from left to right to come back up into the pocket.
He tripped a little bit as he came up to the line on that. His feet got stuck.
He did, yep.
$37-3 for Joe. And we get a look at Tom Morgan from the city of Lynn.
And we'll see some power here now as compared to Joe Donovan. Tom really fires that ball in there. One of the hard throwers on
Tom works for General Electric at Lynn, has 2 children. It's a 124 average. Tom's done some good bowling on this show in the past, and he starts it off there. So we have a possible 300 game for Tom Morgan.
And boy, did he let that fly right off the bat. Boom. Strike.
Another good one.
Boy, that ball working for him.
Oh, the 5-pin moved.
5,
It's
6.
not really on the 5 spot right now.
5, 6, 9, 10. But he can utilize this wood now to make
Yes,
this
he
shot.
can.
He could play below that red line, drive it into the 6, and the wood should take 8, 9, 10 in there.
No.
Oh, he missed his shot.
Look at that.
He missed his shot. 6-10 now for the count.
28-2 for Tom Morgan. Tim Lipke is our #1 seed, and he's waiting in the wings.
Tim Lipke almost averaged 137 to be top seed.
Wow.
So it's ironic we have the 1, 2, and 3 top seeds right here, Paul.
Spread eagle.
2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10. Tom will be playing his favorite side now to get all the pins he can out of here.
Chopping away.
Now he's got to struggle here for an 8 box if he can take out the 2, 4, 7.
$35 it is for Tom, as you see his daughter. Uh-oh, she's going to sit next to her father right now.
Little encouragement. Look at Joe break up those pins. There's the 1, 2, 7, 8. Now, if he splits the 1, 2, he should carry this right down. That wood would help him carry this, make this shot. Oh, boy. Joe looks like he's sticking a little bit at the line and made him pull that ball way over to the right.
It's that chewing gum you left out there, Fran. I should clean that up. Joe Donovan with 46-4.
Don't forget, folks, a benefit for multiple sclerosis. January 31st, Saturday at 5 o'clock at Pilgrim Lanes.
Big hit. 7 and 8. Don't be late.
Well, if you want to call this fortunate, Joe has a 7 and 8, but he has the wood down there, and he'll try to skin that red line down there and push everything to the left to take out the 7 and 8. Really turned it over.
Perfect.
Nice, great shot.
Perfect shot.
That's the skill of Joe Donovan. He really pulled that ball. He put a lot of spin on it from left to right, and that ball broke over perfectly for him. He'll want a big one here now to sit here in the 6 box. Good lead.
Oh, half
boy.
Worcester right.
Oh, boy. Takes out the 3-9 and has the rest left.
Did that on a spare.
Joe might play this outside now. Want to get them all. That's what he's doing. Going outside.
Ooh, but muscle memory.
Well, it's either all or nothing, and that's a... Joe went boldly for everything. Now he'd be playing, I think, the 1-2 pocket here. Try to salvage something out of this box.
Oh,
did you
very
see how
good
those
pinning there.
didn't work for him off
Very
the wall?
good. 67 through 6. But the door is open with that 2 fill for Tom Morgan.
Well, Tom's going to have to do it on his own. Joe, didn't do that bad considering he only punched 2 on that spare.
Banged it in there, but left 3.
4, 5, 7. He's going to have to play the 4-pin on the right, I think, and try to drive it against the wall or come back and take the 5. He just missed the target.
Gives him a 9, and he's down by a couple. A little bit later, we'll tell you how you can become a participant and come on down here to Woburn and try to bowl for $500. All you got to do is bowl a strike.
That's simple. Oh, boy. Tommy really rushing the line.
Punch out on the right side.
He had the same shot that Joe Donovan out. Now, Tommy has to make up his mind whether he wants to go for the whole thing or play it safe. He can go outside or inside. And he played it safe inside. He still has a difficult shot to come out of this with an 8 or a 9 box. He could play the 5-pin and hope for 9, or he could play it safe at 8.
Got the 9. So it's a 5-pin spread right now. Joe Donovan 5 pins up on Tom Morgan.
And Tom not too happy with himself the way he's rolling right now. He had a great opportunity to force ahead, and he's lost it. Now he needs a mark here just to stay even with Joe. Oh,
Spread eagle. I've never seen so many spread eagles. Between last match and this one. Wow.
that's how accurate these bowlers are on the head pin. They want to try and splash him out of there.
That takes care of that side.
Well, there's so much at stake now, Bob. We have the championship coming up with $500 plus. And
Oh, that takes care of that side. So it's 67 for Joe Donovan, the 63 for Tom Morgan. We'll be back with the last 4 big boxes in just a moment. Folks, we want all you good amateurs to come on down here to the Woburn Bowlerdrome and show these pros how to do it. All you have to do is bowl a strike, and you'll win $500. It's as simple as that. Here's what we need on a regular postcard. We need your name, your address, and your telephone number. Send it off to contestant KJ Enterprises, Post Office Box 1269, Hampton, New Hampshire 03842. And then if you're fortunate enough that we pick your name out of the bowling bag, we'll invite you down and to bowl that $500 strike. All right, Joe Donovan ready to go up against Tom Morgan with 4 boxes to go. Joe's got a 4-pin lead, 67 to 63. The winner will take on Tim Lipke for all the marbles. Nice and smooth, but missed the head pin.
1, 2, 4, 9.
Neither man on a mark, so it's just a 4-pin lead for Joe Donovan.
And Joe's going to try to work that head pin up now to go back and take that 9-pin.
Right there. Oh, didn't get the 9.
Got that sleeper in the back. Very difficult to take out. But you can see Joe. He's working that ball right in there. He's really on his game.
77 for 7.
Joe checking the spot on the lane now. He's making sure his body is in the perfect position that he wants to work his ball up there. You see him checking his feet. Very important to have your body in a proper position to start with. See Joe run that ball up into
Look
the
at
head
this.
pin. And look at the break here. He's got the 8-pin wiggling, and it's not going to move. He has the 8-10. Now he can play that wood, Bob, on the left side, and he could drive that other wood against the wall and come back, and hopefully that wouldn't go over and take the 10. But he could go outside. He's going to work his own ball and try how it works the best.
Oh, didn't come off the wall in the right direction.
Well, he got caught in the middle and he hit it too much in the middle. He didn't go over to the left far enough where he wanted.
86 with 2 boxes to go for Joe Donovan. So he's struggling a little here.
Well, he's leaving an opening here for for Tom Morgan. And he better come up with something here in the next 2 boxes. Tom could walk away with this string.
Tim Lipke, the fine bowler from Londonderry, New Hampshire, waiting in the wings. We've got a spare leave for the veteran.
Okay. You have the
Nothing mysterious about this.
3-pin.
Oh, he just got it. By the hair on your chinny chin chin.
Did you see that ball break up to the right? That's just the way he played his ball. Left to right, comes up. Now, on that first ball, he hit the head pin thin, and that's where he got the 9-pin drop from.
On a spare, and sort of looks like a spread eagle.
Wow, he has a 2-4-7 with a 6-9-10 in the corner. He's going to have to take that 2-pin and try to work that to go over and take
that ball hurt though, huh?
Well,
it was on a spare, and the 10th box.
He tried to turn that ball to. He used a little bit too much speed and throw him off. But he's left a little opening here for Tom Morgan.
109 is the score. Tom Morgan's got 63, and he's got 4 boxes to hit 110 to win it.
Well, he only needs 1 mark and 4 boxes. Not a very big one at that. Looks pretty good at this point for Tom Morgan. Might look even better now with the 1-3 standing there.
There's the mark. Now he needs a good fill.
Well, if he does not get a good, say he punches the spread eagle, Bob, he's going to need another mark, and he might be in a little bit of trouble. So he can't afford to go through the middle on this ball. Well, he got a big break there. Oh. He needs all 10s to win by 1 pin. We could possibly have our first tie in quite a while.
Oh, missed the big one.
He has to be perfect in 3 boxes. He's at our spare to win this.
Got that one. All right, he needs 19 for a tie, 20 for a win. This is a thriller.
And we could go into overtime. This is a seat squirmer for Joe Donovan. Nothing he can do but sit there and watch. The game is all offense, no defense. Wow, this could be real interesting with the 3-6-4-7. He's going to try and drive that 3-pin now to the left to take out the 4-7.
Looks as if he's going to need a mark.
Well, he's going to have to shoot the 4-7.
Got to go for the 2 of them here, sure.
And then he only has to have a 10.
Go for a tie with the 10. He gets him. He needs 10 to tie and 11 to win. This is a perfect setup. So he needs 10 to tie and mark to win.
How important that was. If he did not get those 2 pins, Bob, he would have had to spare to win. Now he needs a 10 to tie.
Big one. He wins.
The one he needed.
Well, he wins it with 1 more. Wow.
Oh.
He didn't want to squirm. He wanted to end it right there.
He did it.
And effectually he did. He's got 2 balls to get 1 pin. How about that?
Great pressure ball.
Great shot by Tom Morgan. And now he's wrapped it up. He'll just finish it out right here with 1 more roll. Wow.
That's what Joe...
That was terrific.
Joe wanted to see him do that last time right through the middle.
And he gets 8 more on the end of it. Terrific. So he wins it by a score of 117 to 109. The championship match is forthcoming. Tim Lipke and Tom Morgan. Against Tim Lipke. Tom with that strike in the last box to knock off Joe Donovan. That was a thrilling finish, Fran.
Oh, it certainly was. And Tom put that ball right in there. No doubt about it. Just crunched him out of there to win the string.
Bounced that one a little bit behind the line. Still came out of it pretty well. Going to have to move that pin, I'm sure.
Well, that'll have to be removed once that stops. Mike Ganji III going down there, take that out of there. Now, have to do a little billiard shot here. Have to drive it up high and take the 8 and 9. And he missed a shot by a whisker here. He tried to drive that wood in front of the 8 and 9 and try to drive him back and take those 2 pins.
Right around it. So Tom starts off with a 9 here in this final string for the championship.
And that last match for Tom Morgan meant a lot now because now he has a chance for the championship and $500. That
Red Eagle plus the 8.
Well, I think if he playing the 3-6 here, drive it over. Maybe that 8 pin can help him if he can drive it out of there. Look at this. Look at the action on that shot. Leaves a 2-4, 10. You're going for count here now. You want to make sure he gets the count. 2-4. Well, he knows he's up against a tough customer in Timmy Lipke because Timmy Lipke throws one of the strongest balls on the tour, I'd say, right along with Gary Carrington. Proof is he averaged 137 to be top seed.
Missing the head pin just a little bit off to the right.
1, 2, 4. And it's fitting that we have the 1 and 2 top seed bowlers here.
Right around him.
Wow, he's leaving a great opening here for Mr. Tim Lipke.
26 through 3. And now we got to look at our number 1 seed, Tim Lipke from Londonderry, New Hampshire. He's the WCBC Bowler of the Year in 1986, the New Hampshire State Champion also. He's married to Wendy with 2 children.
Oh, look at the power of that ball.
7, 8, and 10 left. Everything scattered instead of going back.
Well, he could play the 8 pin and play the end of that wood and drive it against the wall. He could possibly make this shot if he hits it properly. Tim Lipke has great leverage. He comes straight in with the ball. Has great follow through.
This is for the championship.
Mr. Tim Lipke is no doubt in my mind. In that first ball he rolled, he thought he had a strike.
Good one with a little hook on the end. Did you see that little hook on the end?
That's where he gets his action from, Bob.
Yep.
Drives it straight down the middle, pulls a little bit to the left. That ball is working from right to left.
And it was a late hook.
Just devastates him. Well, that's where speed and velocity comes in, Bob. He utilizes that to the utmost.
Here it is again.
Boy, he thought he had another strike.
Boy, he's on target.
He could have easily had a triple strike right there. Now, he could possibly pay the 10 pin and whip that wood around and come back and take the 4 pin if he wants to play it that way. No, he went on, I think he went on the outside of that. He tried to catch the knob of that wood at the ball deflect and take the 4. Oh, look at that. The ball hung over there and almost got the 10.
He looks as if he might be a real strong strike bowler.
Oh,
and maybe a little weak on the spares.
Yeah, he throws such a powerful ball that those pins were out of there before they could do any action on the plate.
Right.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. Like Joe Donovan, he utilizes the speed he does not have to make the pins work on the plate for him.
Right. All right, so Tom Morgan is 10 pins down, but a chance to pick it up with a spare right here. Good chance.
3-6. Clean shot at it.
Bingo.
And these bowlers have such great respect for each other, Bob. You see Timmy Lipke cheering on Tom Morgan. These bowlers respect each other's ability. And what a break there for a 6 on his spare. But he has the 1, 2, 3, 6. The wood can help him make this shot now if he plays the 1, 2 side. Oh, boy, he nearly stole it.
Almost got a comebacker.
Well, he tried to drive that so hard. He was off balance, and the ball went to the right on him.
52 through 5 for Tom Morgan. Championship match giving every indication of going down to the end like the last one did. Last one went down to the last roll. Bang.
Boy, that was a great
7 is
ball.
up and stays up.
A great power ball right there.
No. No, no, no. $62 through 6 for Tom Morgan. So Tim Lipke has the door open.
I think this is the match right here, Bob. I think these 3 boxes will tell the story.
There's no hook in the end.
Boy, what a great ball he throws. A 5,
But
8,
didn't get
9.
the 5 because of that little hook.
Well, that's the beauty. His ball, it spreads the pins off to
Right.
the wall. It comes back. Did not get the break to come back that time.
Got him there, though.
Couldn't
Second mark of the match for Tim.
You couldn't make that shot any better than right there. He covered the 3 pins beautifully. Now, I still think these 3 boxes will tell the whole story in the match. I think Tim Lipke knows it, too. Look at this.
Right on the nose. And got the split. Oh.
If that wood angled right, he could have made that shot. Well, if that wood comes out far enough now, he can make 4-6. Right at the 2-6. Oh.
We'll remove the ball.
Okay, we'll have Mike Ganji get down and remove that. He's sitting on the lob line for us today.
$64 for Tim Lipke as he moves out.
Well, if he gets a mark here, Bobby, he can make it awful tough for Tom. Because he's 12 pins down now, and with us facing him, he could be 20 pins down. Look at this. Great
Thank
break
you.
right there. Great big there.
Don't forget, we'll have another roll for the $500 strike right after this match is over.
Now, Timmy's going to have to be very careful here. That wood is not covering the 6 pin. So he has to either go at the 6 pin or go way high on the left to make this shot. He'll have to drive that wood way to the right. He'll have to go high on the left to make this shot. Uh-oh.
Got it.
Oh, he made it.
All right, we've got 4 big boxes to go. Right now, Tim Lipke is the boss. He's got 74 and a ball working. And Tom Morgan, 62.
Tippett slips around low. Quenville's with him. Maybe Tippett to Quenville. Score!
A sensational goal by Joe Quenville. Great play by Tippett.
The card overskates it, and he fires in front, and Anderson couldn't put it home. Francis scores! 2 seconds to go. The goal now. They score! Dave Babbitt right there on the picture. Perfect passing. 2-0 Whalers. Trying to beat Giles. He does. He shoots. He scores!
Unbelievable. I'm sorry, Rick. Unbelievable. You asked me earlier, I was going to mention before the goal, you worried about conditioning? Not with this Whaler team. What a great victory, Rick.
Hockey fans, check out tomorrow's NHL Stars Today with Sports Channel's exclusive coverage of CCHA Hockey, the Central Collegiate Hockey Association. Join us for fast-paced hockey action featuring teams like Michigan, Michigan State, and Western Michigan. All this action and more comes your way exclusively on Sports Channel.
Toronto takes on the University of Western Michigan on Saturday, January 17th at 5 p.m. on Sports Channel.
Last chance for Tom Morgan. He gets up for 4 boxes here. He knows he's down a mark and then some.
Well, you have to estimate that he's probably down about 20 pins now, which is put a lot of pressure on Tom at this point. 4 boxes to go. Going to really have to drive this ball in here to get back in this game.
Boy, he put it there, but didn't get any break at all.
He certainly did, too. 3, 5, 9, 10. 6-10 left now.
Funny how this game works.
Oh, boy, a lot of pressure, Bob, and you have to make the adjustment to make something happen down there.
I know, it's funny, in other sports, you know, you can see momentum, but here it seems to be more than that. Like when the pins are flying for you, they are, and
well, the difference being...
it isn't enough just to get yourself mentally tough. Something else has to happen to get it going.
Right. Well, the thing is, you could change your board, change an angle, change your hand grip, you change your velocity. There's many things that you can do, but it's more difficult when these bowlers are missing by a 16th of an inch. If they were off a foot, it would be much better for them, but they're only missing by a 16th of an inch.
See that? He just can't get it.
Huh. Has to take a little more time and steady shot. Now, he played that too quick, I think. He had the wood in front there could have deflected that ball off. He did not carry it.
81 with 2 boxes to go for Tom Morgan. And he needs something big to happen.
A lot of bowlers just key and try to punch the head pin. They figure if they're off a little bit, it'll make up the difference for them. Everybody has their own style of how to work their pins up. And some days it just nothing works.
That's right.
And it looks like that's what's happening to Tom Morgan. The spread eagle here. And I think he just dig himself a hole here. I think he'd make it easy for Tim Lipke.
Well, you said those 3 boxes that Lipke had would probably spell the difference, and so far you're right.
That was the key to the whole match right here, was those 3 middle boxes. And Tom Morgan, unless he comes up with a double or a triple here, he's got a problem. And
oh,
there's a break. Now look at that.
Almost. Even then, he doesn't get the break. Now this would.
This wood is
Well,
pretty
he
safe
should
to
get it
carry
from the
this.
right,
But he won't have a problem unless he.
All right, so he's got 99 plus.
Well, I think it's.
Tim Lipke isn't sweating a thing.
No, he's sitting there very comfortable in this position. I think most anyone would. Yeah, you got an 8. 8 it is. And Mr. Tim Lipke in the driver's seat right here for his first championship. The more I watch this young fella, the more I'm impressed with him, Bob. Real strong ball. Now 247, 610. Be playing the 247 now. Want that 2 pin, go over, take the 610. All he has to do is just pin out well, and he's got this match by far. Don't forget, folks, now that benefit from multiple sclerosis, the world champions against the CBA All-Stars. The place, Pilgrim Lanes, the day, January 31st, 1987 on a Saturday. Time, 5 o'clock.
Great chance for a spare here.
9-10.
What did Tim average to get this far and become the #1 seed in the 10 preliminary strings?
Well, Tim Lipke averaged 137, so he's #1. And look at that shot there. Excellent, excellent shot. And to make this, you'd have to average 124. 13th seed. 124. Tim Lipke was ahead of everyone by 50 pins almost.
Wow.
So
he's definitely the #1 bowler right now.
Right now, he certainly is. And you can tell just by the way he rolls, how strong a ball he rolls. Outside of Gary Carrington, possibly the other strongest ball rolled on the tour.
He's already got this match.
Yeah.
Just a question of his score.
Well, he probably remembers when he was top seed and punched the 1-5 to lose the championship.
That's right. Remember
match.
that one?
So he's not fooling around. He's going right after everything like he should.
5 marks.
He's taking no chances whatsoever.
It's really the first one that he's pushed right back.
Well, here he has the 3-6-10 with the 4-7 now.
Don't forget, we'll have the roll for the $500 strike. It'll be coming up in a moment. And also, we'll have Tim pick out another card for somebody who'll come up next month and try for the $500 strike. And that's the old wrapper on this one. Tim Lipke is the winner over Tom Morgan. Tim, how do you get your ball to break so late down the lane?
If I knew, I'd tell you. I really don't know. It's just been a lot of practice over the years, and maybe the speed that I throw it. I don't know.
But it seems to break very late. Do you agree?
Very much so. About the last 5 or 6 feet before it hits the pins.
And it's just enough to give you some action?
I think it's basically the roll that gives it the action. As far as the break, like I say, I think it's a lot of it to do with the speed. And if you get the roll and the speed, it will break for you. And it seems to work in this house especially.
Okay. Well, Fran, you got the check for him.
I call it natural ability, and he's got it. Not only that, but he has the $500 for the championship, too.
All right. Now reach in and come out with a postcard, and we'll bring somebody down here next month to try for the $500 strike. From Montreal, it says on this one. But the bowler is from Somerville. It's Dominic Della Peruva from Somerville. So, Dominic, you'll be coming down and you'll be bowling for the $500 strike. And we've got a contestant to go for that $500 when we come back right after this message. Folks, we're ready to go for the $500 strike. With me now is Ruth Lafayette, and where are you from, Ruth?
Woburn.
So you're right here in Woburn?
That's correct.
Who put your name in? Did you put it in? Or?
No, my mother put my name in. Alice Lafayette. She's home watching today, and my father's there with her, and his name is Guston.
All right, who are these people you brought with us now, from left to right?
I brought my 5 sisters with me. There's Beth, Faye, Bonnie, Lynn, and Joan. And I also brought with me my nephew. His name is Kenneth, and his father, Ken the Senior.
All right, so you're going to have a big cheering section when you go up there to do it, right? Have you ever been on TV before?
No, I haven't been on TV before.
Well, you're on now. Go get it for the $500 strike. Ruth Lafayette trying to do it all. A little bit right. Just missed the head pin. All right, it's $50 for a spare. A little bit left. All right, she's already got $14 with $2 a pin. And, all right, nice going, $18.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. All right, that's it for today's show. Don't forget to join us next week, and we'll start all over again with bowler number 13 against bowler number 12. Work our way throughout the month to be number 1. Don't forget to send in those postcards as well. Bob Gamere with Fran Onorato. So long from the Woburn Bowlerdrome and the